Dear guys, today I am going to teach you lesson 6. Lesson 6, Expert Detective. The name of the lesson is Expert Detective for class 7. This lesson is from Honeycomb for class 7. In this lesson, a boy of 7 years old, a boy Nisar, and his sister Maya, 10 years old, are there. They want to know, they want to try find out about Mr. Nath. They want to investigate, to know about Mr. Nath, what kind of man he is and what he does, and just many things you want to know. Just they are doing, both are doing. Nisha, brother of 7 years, and Maya, both want to investigate about Mr. Nath. So they are called here detective. Detective. That is, what do you mean by detective? Detective, that is detective, investigator, one who investigates, try to know, try to find out something about someone. In this lesson, just we are going to learn about them and how they investigate just about Mr. Nath. As we walked back towards the clinic, 7 said, just he is also called 7, Nishad is also called 7. He does not look anything like a monster. Just he is telling here that, Nishad is telling here that he looks like a monster, Maya. But just he talks to Maya. Nishad talks to Maya about Mr. Nath. Why did you know how thin he is? He is very thin man. Thin. बहुत पतले आदमी है. Thin man he is. Maybe he is very poor or cannot afford to eat. Just he may be so poor that he is not able to manage food. He can't be poor as he is crook on the run. Just he is telling crook. Crook man. He can be a crook man. I told him, yes, he is probably got seldom millions of rupees. That is, he is the owner of millions of rupees. Stashed away somewhere in that room. Just he has kept it somewhere in the room. Do you really think he is a criminal? Just the boy, Nishad asked Maya, do you know really that is, he is a criminal? He is a criminal. That is, suspicion is there. This man, Mr. Nishad, is a criminal. Just the boy asks to Maya. He does not look like one. Nishad looked doubtful. That is, suspicion was there. Doubtful. Doubt was there. Why? Because they are not confirmed whether he is a gentleman or a crook or a criminal. Of course, he is 1-7. I said, the boy said that he is one of them. And he certainly, surely, he is not starving. He is not starving. He is not going to die of hunger. Mr. Mehta told us, Mr. Mehta told that Ramesh brings his meals. Ramesh brings his meals, brings his meal up from the restaurant downstairs. He brings his meal from restaurant. But Maya, Mr. Mehta told us, he does not work. He does not work anywhere. He don't work. He does not work anywhere. So how can he possibly have money to pay for food? How he pays money for food? Why? Because he does not work anywhere. कहीं काम नहीं करते. How he does not earn money? How he pays for food? Exactly, I exclaimed. He must have lots of money hidden somewhere. Just Maya says that he has kept money somewhere, hidden money. He has छिपाकर money रखे हैं कहीं. Maybe in that trunk in his room. There may be a trunk, and in this trunk he has money. It's probably full of silver or gold or jewels. Just it may be there. That is silver, gold, or some costly jewels must be there. हो सकता है वहाँ. What rubbish, Nishad interrupted. I know I am right, stupid. I told him. Just suspicion is there. By the way, 7, did you see his scars? His scars on the face. Some mark of wound was there on his face. I could not, it was not too dark, it was too dark on the face. But yet, he got them during the shoot out with the police or something. That is, he gets this hurt during running or some any other reason. That's why some spots of mark of wound was there on his face. Mommy told us quite clearly there were burned scars. Nishad said firmly. Nishad firmly said that this mark of wound was due to burn according to his mother. According to his mother, this mark scars was due to burn according to her mother. Perhaps the police had to set his house on fire to force him out. Just it may be also that police forced him to come out of the house. That's why they set fire. I suggested 7 looked unsure on the Monday following Mama's birthday on the Monday following Monday. That is his Mama's birthday was there, and 7 went alone with her to the clinic at Girgam. That is, he went alone. As I was spending the evening with the school friends, he was spending his evening with his school friends. That's why he's telling here. When they returned, when they came back from school, Nishad told he would have been to see Mr. Nath. He got a chance. He got a chance to see Mr. Nath there when he was coming back, when he was returning. And I felt most annoyed, angry that I had not been there, and he was thinking that he had not been there. 7 had been quite upset about Mr. Nath's gaunt appearance. When he saw his appearance, when he got a chance to see Mr. Nath, to face Mr. Nath, he was annoyed and just sure that he was starving. He was thinking here that he was starving, bhukhe marna. He told me that he had knocked loudly on Mr. Nath's door. That is, he told that he knocked at the door of Mr. Nath that evening and said, "Open the door quickly, Mr. Nath. Mr. Nath, open the door. Mr. Nath, darwaja kholiye." The man had opened it. Mr. Nath opened the door and asked him, what? Lost another marble. Dusra marble bhi kho gaya. He had obviously recognized my brother. He recognized my brother. That is, no, said Nishad. Nishad ne kaha, he had taken the man's hand in his own. He took his hand in his own. Apne haath mein uska haath le liya and thrust a bar of chocolate into it. And put chocolate in his hand. Uske haath mein chocolate rakh diya. Did you get a chance to peek into the trunk? Did you get a chance? I asked. Did you get a chance to peep, jhakna, into the trunk? What was there in the trunk? They wanted to know. They wanted to investigate. Risaz looked disappointed. He was not able to do this. He was. He did not even ask me in. He said, then he smiled. But I did find out something, Maya. The boy said that he was able to find out something. What was that? I went down to the restaurant where Ramesh works and talked to him. Ramesh, who brought meal for Mr. Nath from restaurant से उनके लिए फूड लाता था रमेश. उससे बात किया. He talked to him. Good for you, Mr. Detective. Just Ramesh said. Nishad, detective. उसको डिटेक्टिव करके बुलाया. I said, patting him on the back. पीठ पर थपथपाते हुए, patting on his back. I hope you questioned him properly. 7 looked pleased. Ramesh told me that he takes 2 meals for Mr. Nath every morning. 2 meals and evening. 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. And 2 cups of tea. He brings 2 cups of tea. 1 in the morning and 1 in afternoon. 2 cups in 1 in the morning and afternoon too. Ramesh says he is not very particular what he eats. That is very particular he is. Mr. Nath is very particular what he eats. It is always the same food. That is, what was the food? He ate 2 chapatis some dal and vegetable. Chapati, roti, and dal and vegetable. Mr. Nath pays cash and tips. Well, he pays for food. Bhojan ke liye he pays cash. Ramesh told me something very strange, a strange thing, wonderful thing. He said, Maya, Shaminated almost every Sunday he carries 2 lunches to Mr. Nath's room. 2 lunches he brings. And the same man is spectacles. Ramesh says his visitor talks a lot. His visitor who visits him talks a lot. बहुत बात करता, unlike Mr. Nath की तरह, who hardly speaks. Mr. Nath hardly speaks, मुश्किल से बोलते हैं, but the man who comes there, that is very talkative man he is. Well done, Nishad. I told him how that we are made some progress with our intrigues. That is just they are making some progress in their work. That is to investigate what kind of man Nishad was and what he did and what was his work. That is they try to find out and sort all the facts that expert detectives so that we can trap the crook just like other detectives they are also doing their work. How do you go on, Maya? Seven side. How can you possibly imagine he is a crook? How the Mr. Nath is crook? They try to find out. He looks so ordinary. He looks ordinary, but how he can be crook? Crook कैसे हो सकते? Criminals can look quite ordinary, smarty. Criminals look smart and ordinary. I replied, did you see the picture of Hyderabadi house breaker in the papers yesterday? Yesterday, just he wanted to, made her see, that is what was there in the paper. He looked like any man on the street. Nishad looked doubtful. Some doubt was there. The monsoons broke the next day. It was rainy day. Dark clouds accompanied by blinding flashes of lightning and roaring rolls of thunder was there. Thunder, lightning, rain was there. Next day burst with all their fury, flooding the streets with a heavy downpour. Downpour was there. Rain was there. It was raining. Next day school was to have reopened after the summer holidays. After summer holidays, school was to open. But no traffic could move through the flooded roads. No traffic was there on the road. Why? Because due to rain. And there was an unexpected holiday. That is, it was not announced, but it was an unexpected holiday that day. I thought we spend the time usefully, as I said at my Joe. They were, that is no work was there for them. That's why they wanted to do this work. Just on the bedroom with the heat of paper broke me. Just this is the end of this part. Next part I will explain later. I hope you will try to read this first part and try to understand this. Okay, thanks.